In more breaking inputs here coming in, this of course keeping in mind the toxicity in air, the air pollution that persists in the Delhi NCR region. The NGT, which is the National Green Tribunal, has now appointed a committee which is to look into environment protection, infrastructure for pilgrims at the Amarnath Shrine. This is of course with respect to the Amarnath Shrine and the deteriorating condition there. Our correspondent Anisha getting us those details. Anisha, please go ahead.
Well, the National Green Tribunal today observed that the area, the path to the Amarnath Shrine and the shrine area itself is in danger because of the sheer numbers of pilgrims that are coming in. The NGT has now constituted a committee to be headed by the Additional Secretary of the Ministry of Environment and Forest. It will also have people from Jammu Kashmir government and the army and various scientists from various research institutes to come up with ways to ensure that the infrastructure can be put at the Amarnath Yatra to make sure that the pilgrims are comfortable and as well as the area itself is protected. One of the suggestions that the NGT has given is that no offerings, coconuts, etc. can be taken to the shrine area itself, to the actual cave itself, and should be left behind at a particular spot that the Amarnath Shrine Board will create. Another suggestion coming from the NGT.
How willing would the pilgrims of course be ready to do this, given the fact that you cannot make offerings directly at the shrine? It is now a protected area. To what extent would the pilgrims be agreeing to this as well? Because this is a religious practice on offerings that are made at the shrine itself.
See, there are two things to consider about this. One, that there is no order from the NGT about this as yet. It is a suggestion that the NGT has given to make sure that the area can actually be kept clean. And because the garbage and the number of tourists and the number of pilgrims in the area is a direct cause of environmental degradation and possibly avalanches in the area. So that is merely a suggestion. Whether or not it will actually be done still remains to be seen. Further, even right now, pilgrims are not allowed to put their offerings at the actual shrine itself. You cannot put any offerings at the shivling itself. You have to leave it outside, where the shrine board has appointed people to take the offerings and then put it in a particular place. Now, what the NGT is saying that instead of taking the offerings all the way up to the cave itself, because there are already iron bars that make sure that pilgrims cannot reach the actual shivling. You're not supposed to go to the actual shivling because it is a very ecologically fragile area. So whether this is actually, whether the suggestion actually turns into order.
Only further measures on ground to make sure that the given area continues to remain protected is the nature of instruction here that has come in from the NGT on as far as the protection of the environment around the Amarnath Shrine, now believed to be delicate, that needs to be taken into account. Anisha, thank you for those inputs there.